The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
It's Friday, and it's today with Kashay and Jason and Marlise. We're here talking hot topics, and obviously the month of June. Yeah, say hi, guys. Hi. In the month of June and July, you know, we've been talking, if you've been listening, and if you haven't, but we've been talking all about stories of individuals who've kind of gone from a tragedy to triumph, and we literally, with Marlise's story, how CBD and cannabis has really turned her life around, and so we kind of made it a three-part series, and this is the third part that we'll be discussing today. Exciting. I reach out to people and I say, hey, what do we want for hot topics? I reach out to the community, to my friends, and so in the month of August, you're definitely going to want to be staying tuned, because the hot topic for August is going to be relationships, marriage, and a little bit of the birds and bees and everything in between. So if you want to be a guest on the show, I want to go ahead and say that now. Please reach out to me via email, through Facebook. My email address is on there. So next month is going to be kind of juicy, guys. What do you think? I mean, not to say this isn't juicy, but those kind of talk, who knows where that's going to go?
That can go in
I know, so I'm going to stay as quiet as possible during that series and let all my guests do the talking. How about that?
Sounds good.
So anyway, but welcome this morning back, Marlise and Jason. But Marlise, tell everyone out there a little bit who hasn't tuned in yet, who you are, and a little bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Marlise Fitch-Ledbetter. I am basically a native of the Woodlands area. I grew up here in Texas, and I went through a tragedy to triumph and used cannabis to get myself back in order. So I founded a company called Indie Hemp Company, which is a education consultancy firm. And I'm also the vice president of a national CBD company called Green Horizon, and I manage their business development and all their training. So if you wanted to get into the CBD business and you are trying to find a side hustle or a full-time hustle, I help people do that. And I'm very, very passionate about getting this in front of everyone, because I definitely think that CBD is good for every single body.
Awesome. And Jason, tell everybody what's going on, who you are. And
well, so currently my wife and I own a nutrition consultancy here in the Woodlands, and we work with both lifestyle clients, and we work with athletes that we put on stage in different physique competitions. That's really what I'm doing right now.
I have an
industrial background too that is
and you're a talk show host, I hear.
And I randomly talk to people through the interwebs. Yes, it's a lot of fun, and
you're a fun guy.
I try.
Jason is a fun guy.
I try.
Your wife said so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? He said Just joking. I don't know.
I have my moments. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. So, anyway. Well,
I'm happy to be here. I'm
excited. We love it.
Let's talk CBD today.
So you two. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Before we go there, do we need to talk about our sponsor?
Oh, yes. See,
look,
this one's good. This one's good. So starting Tuesday, next Tuesday will be the first hour show that I'm going to do. So I'm excited about that, and I want to give a shout out to Escalante's, because Escalante's has come on board as a food sponsor for Today with Kashay 91.1 The Boss. Every Tuesday is going to be Taco Tuesday. So they're going to be providing food every week for us to have. So I thought that was amazing. And everyone knows how much I love my Mexican food.
Taco Tuesday.
Yes.
So, who knows? Mm-hmm. And maybe there'll be some margaritas involved. Who knows? Anyway.
Oh,
yes. Thank you, co-host, for reminding me.
No problem.
Anyway, go ahead. You two take it over. Let's talk some CBD.
All right. So CBD, we're going to start today more with probably like the history of CBD and maybe some of the controversies with CBD. and maybe even the pathways of how it works and some of the things that it works on.
Sure.
So I think let's start really with kind of where did it come from?
Sure. So CBD was actually not discovered until they initially discovered THC in the 60s and the endocannabinoid system in the 90s, but hemp as a plant has been around for 10,000 years, and actually they have been able to carbon date it by rope and paper and clothing that were used before Christ. So we're talking 10,000 years before Christ, which is a very rich history. The Vikings used it as food. They ate the seeds on their ships. The Chinese invented it as paper in 100 BC, and it's been used as an agricultural and industrial crop for thousands and thousands of years. But then they started making it into medicines, and that was also over 8,000 years ago, and we find it in the Chinese pharmacopoeia. And that is really its start. So we knew that cannabis, marijuana was well known, but hemp was actually the one that started everything because it's a very, very hefty plant. It's hardy. It grows in every condition. It grows in 90 days. So full maturation in 90 days. It doesn't need a lot of water. It's almost carbon neutral. So it provides things to us, and then it's also biodegradable. So if you put it in a compost, it's gone in 90 days. So if you made a plastic from hemp, we would literally have no pollution issues. So it comes from the ground, it goes back into the
Can I
earth.
just ask a question? And maybe this is a stupid question. No questions are stupid.
No.
Why has society not embarked on this more recently? I'm going to already say the elephant in the room because money and power and other, because it sounds like it's everything.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it makes almost everything. It's one of the strongest fibers. The Model T, the first Model T was made, it had fiberglass bumpers. I mean, we could go back and the flag is made of hemp. The first American flag, our Constitution, is written on hemp. Thomas Jefferson and George Washington were hemp farmers. So the rich history of America, even using hemp and cannabis, is so vast, but people have kind of snuffed it because in the 1930s, after the prohibition of alcohol, I think the conservative population was really looking for another thing to outcast, and they took a hold of marijuana. And because marijuana and hemp look the same when you cut them. Like if you took the stalk down and put them next to each other, they look very similar. But they're not the same plant because hemp is 25 feet tall and marijuana is like 8 feet tall and it's a bush. Whereas hemp, like we talked about, is like a bamboo stalk.
Right.
It's very, very tall. So they don't really even look similar. They don't grow the same. They don't grow in the same time period at all. So I think there was a lot of confusion, and I don't think our government really took the time to do the research. And when they looked at reports that were given to them, they didn't even read it.
Yeah,
so they outlawed it, and they outlawed the whole plant, the whole species. That's like outlawing all of a human, mankind.
It had a lot to do with maybe the movie Reefer Madness.
Yes.
There was just a crazy just push from the conservative population at the time to get rid of any and all substances like that, and somehow hemp got rolled into
Hemp
that.
got rolled in because hemp is cannabis. Cannabis is its species, but there are more cannabis plants like hops that we put in beer as a cannabis species. So I think it was a lot of confusion. And if you look back in the 1930s on the marketing ploys that they had, a lot of it was racially driven, and unfortunately,
How
it was racist.
Racism in this.
It really
Talk
was.
to me.
It was power and racism because a lot of the marijuana that was coming into America was coming in from Mexican immigrants and from the black population. And a lot of it, like if you look at the marketing, it's like, oh, that black jazz. And it's like, are we really making it so it was a racist thing. And then I don't even want to repeat what some of the marketing, but there was a poster that you can look up online that says, and I'm going to PC this down like way far.
Okay. And then we'll go to commercial.
We're going to PC
You're ready to hit your button.
Okay, go ahead.
that black people, I'm going to say this, black people that use marijuana, it makes them crazy and makes them think that they can be with white people. I PC'd that as best as I could because if you read the actual sentence, it would make you want to throw up in your mouth.
That's kind of weird.
Lord.
Yeah,
So what happens if you have multi-races in you and you don't take it and you still think you can be with white people? We'll take a commercial. We'll be right back.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
It's time to be super again. It's beach season. Killer abs.
Parents agree that Stepping Stones Preparatory Academy, conveniently located right here in the Woodlands, Texas, is great summertime fun for your kids. The children have a combo-themed calendar full of exciting activities and education. Our amazing Race Summer Camp allows your child to pick their very own adventure. We have off-campus and in-house field trips, swimming, and hands-on projects. During their time at camp, they will develop real-life skills, real friendships, and have real fun. Hurry! Registration is still open for ages 5 through 12. Camp ends on August 13th. Check out our website at www.steppingstonesprep.com/camps for more info.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Loan Store Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Loan Star. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Welcome back to Today with Kashay and Marlies and Jason here. This morning we're talking about CBD and getting into kind of the history of it. And I think we're going to get a little more into maybe the conspiracy part of it a little bit, which I don't know if you'd even call it conspiracy at this point. But when we get into the history of CBD and kind of where it came from with hemp, I think hemp has really gotten a bad rap, and it was kind of more driven by financial gain by a couple of particular corporations, if you want to get into that a little bit.
Yeah, so there is a lot of conspiracy theories and things like that, but we do know that in the 1930s there was a Reefer Madness campaign, and marijuana and hemp were kind of bundled together. So hemp was miscategorized, honestly, because it's a non-psychoactive plant. You could smoke a whole farm and not get high. I mean, that's honestly the truth. You'll have lung, failure before you would have any high at all.
Okay.
But back in the 20s and 30s, they started buying out lumber yards and trees and using trees to make paper. And the William Hearst, or Hearst Corporation at the time, was using that. And so they kind of got away from hemp farming, because hemp farming was actually back in the colonies was required. You had to be a hemp farmer in the beginning of America, and we got away from that. And then also the Dow Corporation was using petrochemical and oil to make plastics, and that was kind of the beginning of that as well. So we see a path of greed and power really financing this campaign.
The Hearst Corporation, for those that don't know, what do they control?
All of media.
Yay! They don't control me. I don't care.
Yeah.
And who can control me? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, and then Dow, and not to talk bad about these companies anymore, but this was them back in the 20s, because, and we know how powerful the energy corporations are in pharmaceutical companies, because later on in the 60s, was the beginning of the DEA and the FDA and those sorts of branches of government and regulations, and those also were built on power. The New York mayor helped that, and a lot of other people were very pinnacle to that whole drug war campaign that unfortunately brought in marijuana as a controlled one substance, and hemp being cannabis. It was on the document initially as just cannabis as a whole, so that included hemp. And we all know that marijuana isn't something that kills people, and it had so many medical benefits. That doesn't make sense to be a controlled one substance, because controlled one means it has no medical benefits at all, which is 90% of marijuana is medical benefits.
And that's why the government's never let medicine study it, correct?
Right.
Because they don't want any evidence coming out of its efficacy.
Yeah, possibly. So, unfortunately, they can't keep us quiet anymore. We have the internet, and we can find all of the documents online. There is the National Institute of Health that has thousands and thousands of pages on CBD specifically, research that's been done all over the world on its efficacy, and it actually does work. And you had been talking about, how does it work and why does it work? But we're seeing people from autistic nonverbal being able to talk again, to people with Parkinson's going from almost zombie state to being able to go back to work, and people with severe anxiety living a better life. So we know that it works.
Good. So as far as I think what we've covered so far with let's talk a little bit about how maybe the different administration, what are the different ways you can take CBD?
Sure. Yeah. So the most popular way to take it is as a tincture, and what tincture means is a medicine mixed in an oil. And the reason you need an oil, like we said last time, is because it is fat. It's carried by fat, so you need a fat in it for it to be carried through the body.
Lord help me.
I think we need M&Ms filled with
Lord help me. Is it non-saturated fat?
It's you do need a high saturated fat, and MCT oil is preferred because it is a very good saturated fat. And you put it under your tongue and you hold it for 90 seconds because you have these oral mucosal veins in your mouth that actually delivers the medicine. And a lot of supplement companies and vitamin companies and even drug companies are using this delivery system because it goes into the bloodstream so quickly. So you don't lose a lot of it through the what's called sublingual dosing. You can vape it, which I don't personally recommend because vaping still hurts your lungs. We're not meant to have these chemicals in our lungs. We're supposed to have oxygen and oxygen only. You can eat it as an edible. You can put it on your skin. We have a receptor system on our skin that still delivers to your bloodstream. So it is very, very popular for people with rheumatoid arthritis or any type of pain, and even bone pain it helps because it really drives down into the skin because it's delivered through the tissues, through the bone, through the skin, through our nervous system. I mean, every part of your body will be able to take on CBD. Again, work with a dosing specialist, but there are so many ways to use it. Sublingually, though, is usually the best because it's non-damaging and it's the highest absorbency next to vaping. The cleanest, fastest way, though, is through an oxygen delivery system that you can put it in a distillery, like a distilled water, and breathe it in through an oxygen tank. So spas have it now where you can sit down in a massage chair and breathe in CBD, and that is the cleanest, fastest way to delivery. But so if you have a nebulizer, you can actually put it in the oil and it'll agitate and you breathe it in.
And at your facility, in your office, when someone comes for an appointment, what type of ways do you there administrate? Or
Yes.
do you just,
Yeah, so I'm there. People will come in and tell me about what's been going on with them, what medications they take. We talk about their ailments, how long they've had it, and then we walk through some of the options. We want to make sure that it's financially viable as well, and then I give them a taste test so they can feel the texture, the taste, they can choose what they like, and then we can make a long-term plan, and I'll make suggestions of how we're going to slowly build it into their system. Maybe they need some bath salts to immediately relax them, or maybe they need some pain rub, or maybe the sublingual oils. If they come in with another brand, I absolutely work with other brands. So if you already have CBD oils, you have a brand that you like, but you just need a little bit more help with the dosing, or you need to work with your doctor a little bit better, or you need research to bring to your doctor, talk to me. Call me up, 833-YOU-GOT-CBD, and we can work and have an actual consultation, which you don't get when you walk into a store, and that's why I created this company. So you have that one-on-one attention.
I know you've done this probably, but I would love for you to have an open house night where we can we do that like a big party?
Yes, I would love to do that.
Look at me.
I'm in.
Yes.
Can we do it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go to commercial.
I need a nebulizer in
Do
my
you?
life.
Yes.
You need a nebulizer? Okay, let's have a party. We're going to go to commercial first, and then and when we come back, we can talk some more.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
It's time to be super again. It's beach season. Killer abs.
Parents agree that Stepping Stones Preparatory Academy, conveniently located right here in the Woodlands, Texas, is great summertime fun for your kids. The children have a combo-themed calendar full of exciting activities and education. Our amazing race summer camp allows your child to pick their very own adventure. We have off-campus and in-house field trips, swimming, and hands-on projects. During their time at camp, they will develop real-life skills, real friendships, and have real fun. Hurry! Registration is still open for ages 5 through 12. Camp ends on August 13th. Check out our website at www.steppingstonesprep.com/camps for more info.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Loan Store Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Loan Star. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Welcome back to Today with Kashay.
Kashay.
Oh.
I was late.
Oh, you weren't.
We were supposed to do that at the same
Kashay.
time. It didn't go very
So,
well.
you know what? I thought it was Friday, and y'all know me, or if you don't know me, I love to give gifts. And so I'm always asking for stuff when I come in here. I feel so bad. So it's Friday, so I brought gifts for y'all today.
All right.
A Friday kind of gifts.
Okay.
Friday.
I like Friday
I
kind of.
do too.
Oh.
This one is one for you. Thank you for being my co-host.
Do you know
Wow.
how long?
Tequila.
Tequila.
You know how long it will take me to drink this much tequila?
And then one of
About
my favorites.
10
Here's
minutes.
I'm not a big white wine drinker, but this is a Vignone.
Oh, I've
which
never
is
had a
Vignette.
Vignone.
And so that's for you. It's our Friday.
Nice.
There you are, some gifts for Friday. I mean, do you do it with the CBD? I don't know, or you don't need it, but there
Lovely,
you go. Some
yeah.
gifts from
Thank you
Kashay,
so much.
from Today with Kashay.
De Leon Platinum.
I do love tequila.
That's
We
a
might
really
have to
good
drink
one.
that
That one?
together.
Yeah.
Is a really good one. Okay, so you've gotten the extra special Kashay tequila.
I guess the real question I have about it is...
Yeah, what do you have? What kind of
does it-
questions do you have?
Does it get you drunk?
I believe so.
Well,
Yeah,
Then I like it.
Then it's a good one.
I believe so. And if it doesn't, call me.
Take your CBDs because it'll help you with a hangover.
But no,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you. I'm enjoying
Awesome.
y'all. So
Thank
we're
you
going to
so
have to
much.
keep this going. What do y'all say? The month of July, we just finish it off with different
love
the hot topics and talking about different things. What do y'all think?
I'm in.
Okay. Okay.
And then-
Okay.
I mean, should we talk about conspiracy theory?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
What do you guys
I-
think? I mean,
know-
what
What is
conspiracy
this
should we talk
theory y'all were
about?
talking about? Like Martians and aliens, y'all were saying?
Yeah,
Come on.
Area 51's all the rage right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I love aliens
everywhere.
so much.
You can't get away from it.
What do you
And,
mean? Like,
So there's been almost a large group of people who have decided to.
okay.
You can't catch us all is kind of the whole theme,
Yeah.
which means if they all just storm Area 51, they want to find the aliens. I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, that thing is very highly secure,
Very.
so I don't know how they're going to just like break into Area 51. But it's a good
Yeah.
question. Like, what spurred this?
So,
and
Yeah.
so
what
I'm,
are they hiding?
I've got an analogy to this
Okay.
that I saw, and for those of you who are Game of Thrones fans that
Okay.
saw
Yes.
the Battle of Winterfell when
Yes.
all the
White Walkers?
No, well, when the what was it the horsemen were there?
Oh yeah.
And they rode out into
Yeah.
the dark, and then all their fire went out. And that's what I'm picturing. Area 51's like all these people are going to run onto Area 51, and all of a sudden they're just gone.
Yeah. And they like suck up into the sky.
Yeah,
Is that the same? Okay, no, I'm like,
that's what I think is going to
Okay,
happen.
disappear.
now I'm the dingy one. So is that kind of like what they say, like with the Bermuda Triangle, when you go there, you disappear, and people have had
Yes.
these conspiracies that you fly over it, you're gone, and people. Is it
Well, I
true?
think it's because there's radio silence because for some reason there's like a vortex that ruins the communications,
Mm-hmm.
and if they can't communicate in a plane, then they don't know where they're going, and then they crash. I think that's what they came up with,
Yeah.
but there's still a lot of question,
Yeah.
Interesting.
a lot of
Interesting.
missing boats and planes.
I do know that that's not my preference. I don't want to go out like that.
No, I don't want to go
No.
out like that either.
And just disappearing into the ocean doesn't sound like fun.
No.
Or the sky. I'd probably take sky over ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do we-
I love
do we
the
want
ocean,
that
but like that
simple-
scares me.
Do we want that simple in our sleep, in our bed, relaxed,
No.
with the person that we love?
No.
No. You want to go
How do
like
you
jumping
wanna
off the
go?
cliff,
Oh yeah.
Like,
I want it to be
surfing
ugly.
up high, and the.
I definitely want a closed casket. Like it's gonna.
Okay,
it's
because you're going to be all messed up.
Oh,
Oh,
just
yeah.
are you just cremate you then?
No.
I want to live
fine.
as long
Okay.
as possible.
Yeah. Well, I tell my
Yeah.
wife all the time.
Yeah.
It really, whatever I do to this physical self that I've got here, really doesn't matter because at some point I will have
Yeah.
a robot body. I'm definitely thinking RoboCop is more of like
Oh yeah.
what's going to happen.
It's
at
possible.
some point, you're gonna see my pretty face inside of a robot body within
That's
the next
actually
40
really
years.
badass.
Yeah.
So that's what
I
I'm
would-
hoping
Oh,
for.
can you be the new Iron Man?
science.
Can you be Iron Man?
I,
That would be kind of.
That'd be
That would
awesome.
be
That
really
would be
cool.
cool.
I
if
would
you could
totally
be
take that.
Iron Man. Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
At some point, robot body's going down. Yes.
So what's everyone doing for this lovely weekend?
Oh, tomorrow I'm going to my friend's amazing ranch in Conroe, Oak Hill Ranch, and we are going to see nature, and she's got an edible garden, and you
Oh,
can actually
wow.
go out there and have your kids
Get some
learn
hemp up in
gardening.
there? No, I'm just-
Hey, she doesn't have hemp just yet.
You're
What is
you're
this,
looking at the
enormous?
land. You're picking your spot.
Yes, we
No,
have
but
it.
I'm going to eat food right off the trees
That is so
and drink
amazing.
some
I love
Coronas
that.
and listen to the wind chimes and go explore because she has so much land out there,
Yeah.
and it's just so beautiful.
You need
and
to go to Canada.
I have been to Canada, but I haven't been there
This
as
weekend?
Well, not this,
Not this weekend.
But the reason I'm saying that for everything that you stand for and what they are big behind,
Mm-hmm.
both the natural as well as they're big into the cannabis and the seed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think you would find yourself really connected and learning even more. How can she get more? If we give her any more knowledge, it'll be insane. But yeah, no, I think you would find it very beneficial.
I mean,
Things
I
like that.
eventually want to
Yeah.
open a healing spa that works with alternative medicine and not just cannabis, but some of the other things
Yeah.
that grow on the earth that have been also faux pas.
Right.
And we've seen in Indian and Native American medicine.
Right.
I think it would be so beautiful to have a place that you could retreat and go do yoga and have a cleanse and learn how to do certain types of therapies to get yourself back and centered.
Yeah.
Because we just always throw medicine at people, and it's really not how we need to do it.
I know we have 1 minute. Let's talk. You two just talked about amazing getting together. So tell everyone to stay tuned. In August, y'all are going to do a.
Open house.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just decided. I guess we'll do an open house. My offices are over at Cubic Cowork on Rayford Road, and it's a beautiful facility. And I would love to host it there, and we could probably have some of the other businesses there, and then have your business there
Yeah.
to talk about nutrition.
So the Woodlands Contest Prep, we our clientele you
Yeah.
know, they really utilize CBD
hey.
all the time.
Yeah.
And they know how to party too, believe it or not.
Hey.
So we'll have drinks
And
there
then I
and
will
light
come
apps.
with the drinks and the microphone and make sure
Yes.
everybody's getting what they need.
And I'll have plenty of CBD on hand. We'll have testers, and I'll get a massage therapist so people can have some shoulder massages.
Rub it
all
in.
with CBD.
And we're out of
Rub it
time.
in. Bye,
We will
everybody.
see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.